I've been hearing shit out here. Like, not good sounds. Not bad sounds, but kind of fucking creepy, dude. It's even worse with a goddamn red beam. So I gotta pick a red beam to have on my headlamp right now. Yeah, not horrible sounds, but like just creepy. Creepy. Alright, let's see how that holds up. So I've been hearing noises off to from my position, my northwest. A couple times ago I was out here, straight through there. Let's see if we can switch up the cam and shoot. So like way out there, but that was fudge. I don't know, dude, 10 months ago. This one, and I just heard through the grapevine that somebody in my family saw a bobcat zipping through, not our yard, but like close to the house. And I'm like, what the fuck, dude? I don't want to think about bobcats because they're nasty. They absolutely get nasty. So I brought this jazz out just in case. It's full, like never even, it's a fogger. And I got this guy too. If they want to fuck around, they're gonna find out. You know what time it is. So I have it painted. Kinda cool. Hey Lisa. So I don't know if you heard any of that, but I'm already getting fucking noises out here, dude. Like, come on, man. But yeah, I painted this guy up cool, so I left that so I could see it when I drop it. I just left that initially. Let me take this out while I'm playing with it. There we go, clear. Safe and clear. I need to look too. It's funny, I can show the camera all day, but I need to look. Just, it's habit. Habit. Beto. Puckwidgey, I know, right, dude? It is a flare gun, yeah. So I was just telling my friend Lisa here that I painted this. I gave this guy a diesel little paint job. Let's see if we can get this light a bit closer. Just goofy, like 2020. It's about 4 years ago. But I left like all the striking marks where it actually strikes the primer. I left that all bare. I taped it off, like the metal striker. I taped that off and I painted around it. Just goofy, dude. Goofy, but my style, like fun goofy. I just didn't want it orange, but I did leave this orange. So when I drop it in the woods, I can find it in this orange. So, yeah, that's the flare gun, dude. So, I don't know what's out here. Definitely is something out here. I was just talking about how I got hip to. I'm gonna try to be careful, Vito. How I got hip to. Thanks, Lisa. How I got hip to a bobcat in the neighborhood. Like, oh no, dude, really? Like, I'm not. Dude, bobcats get nasty. Fishy cats and bobcats get nasty. So, I'm not trying to dance with either of them tonight, man. I don't know if you can tell, but I'm beat. I got like 2 hours of sleep last night. Running around like a madman today. So, yeah, man, I'm freaking spent. And I was gonna bring the dog out, and it didn't pan out. So it is what it is, dude. I still have a nice little fire behind me. I just got I'm running a ridge line now, but I just got the top up, the hammock up working on the Marpat fly now. I'm gonna try to be careful, dude. Yeah, I don't, not no. It's weird with the state line here, if you know what I mean. Flying Brian, what's up, dude? Gel, I don't know what you mean by that, but I support everybody, man. I support everybody that's decent and works hard at this game. But yeah, of course I look out for number one. But I hope everybody's having a good night, man. I'll let you guys check out the fire. It's starting to go down a bit, but I'm gonna try to stay safe out here. I heard one major tromp through the woods, and I'm like, fuck, dude. It was like 20 yards from me, right? So I'm like, no. I wasn't a major fan of that. But, like, in the same token, what are you gonna do? Dude, you're in their backyard, you know what I mean? I'm gonna try not to blind you guys with the headlamp. But first things first, when I got out here about, let's say about an hour and a half ago. Everything, it's been raining the past 3 days. Everything was soaked, man. Like soaked to the bone out here. So it was challenging trying to get this fire started. Needless to say, I didn't do flint and steel. I did use fat wood. I didn't use charcloth. I used these typhoon matches. Probably went through about 6 of them, no lie. I'll show you real quick. Forever young, I wanna be. So we got these guys. I keep Ranger bands on them. So I keep Ranger bands on everything. It just helps if I need to attach other stuff to it. But this was full when I came out. Needless to say, I went through about 6 or 7 of them. But this is what they look like. They strike awesome. I can actually show you. You can literally torch these underwater. Watch how long they go for. Let me actually pour some water on them. Ready? Check this shit out. With the Camelback nozzle. A little hot. I'll do another one. I kind of choked that. My valve was off like an idiot. It's all untied. Of course, Trevor, you can get a shout out, dude. Maybe it was, you know what? I'm hoping it was a dealie, so honestly. Flying Brian, dude, I am prepared. I try to be for just about every scenario, anything, you can throw at me. So let me do this again. Here's check this out. The thing legit will relight. How neat is that? Ready? Poof. These things are just the nuts. Typhoon matches. They are absolutely the nuts. But when they go out, they go out. But you can get them wet. You can put them underwater. They are just really neat. Very, very cool. It is. It is, word. The fire is absolutely nice right now. And, I need it. So the company's called Uco. If you guys are interested, I don't support, like, I don't push items or anything like that. I'm not sponsored, but if you want to give these a go, the Uco matches. And I just got them pretty much for the case. I love the case. It's nice and bright. I drop it on the ground. I can find them instantly, so I'm going to go pop those guys back. You like my shirt? You like my Beantown Bushcraft shirt, man? Lisa. You're the best, Lisa. My friend in the chat, Lisa, got me this t-shirt. I don't know, what, about 6 months ago now? 4 or 5? Absolutely love it. I want to get a hoodie for winter, man. I gotta run a ridge line. I run a ridge line, and then I can get that Marpat fly up, which I'm pretty stoked about. I know what I want to do. I want to crack a cold one. I dumped this camelback, crack a cold one. I also got Beantown Bushcraft on there too. Just name tape. Kinda cool, dude. Kinda cool. I always want to just have them on since I ordered. I don't know, I think I got like a 5-pack of them. Just so, you know, people see me. They're like, oh, that's at Beantown, dude. Sláinte, gang. I only brought one of these little guys out. Thank you, thank you. I love this shirt too. It's absolutely my favorite. So, what are we sipping on tonight? Red's Wicked Ale. It is, what does that say, 8%? Yeah, 8% alcohol. Red's Wicked, good. So I switch it up. I'm a weird drinker. I drink odd, random stuff. Guinness is my go-to. Guinness and Jameson always. But I just drink strange, odd stuff. Sláinte. I'm very random, and I'm Irish, so I'm not picky when it comes to booze. Not picky at all. Skull. I gotta get this ridge line up. Let me see if I can aim this over that way. Put this in a safe place so I can get it. You're resting on a cross member I have here in between two oaks, which is more than helpful. I popped this guy up, I don't know, a year ago or so now, and man, it's like a little bench for me. It's just, I took a bunch of these guys, daisy chained them. You know what daisy chain is, don't you, Lisa? What's the channel up to? We're in the woods tonight. I came out here at 7 o'clock. So, what is it, Reza? I can't even see your name. Reza. So, Reza, that's what we're up to, man. We're in the woods in New England. I came out here at 7, so it was already dark then. And I was going to take my dog with in the woods. I haven't had him out here for an overnight yet. And it didn't pan out, so no big deal. But, yeah, man, I was damned to get out here. You can ask Lisa in sidebar chat how long it's been since I've been here in the woods. It's probably been 3 months since I've been out here, man. It's just, that's not like me. It's a bushcraft channel, so if I'm not in the bush, I'm not doing my thing. I make stuff at the house, but it's not the same. So, gotta get out here, gotta stay out here. It's absolutely been a long time. I'm gonna hop up on here right now. Hopefully I don't drop you. I gotta run a ridge line. I'm gonna use this red reflective, which is really, really nice stuff. I absolutely love it. I don't trip over it and shit like that. You can see this one. This is tied onto the corners of my, this is 1100 cord. Pardon me. You can see the difference between the thickness of the 1100 and the 550. You can just see like that, dude, that's so much more beefier, right? Let's see if I can get my fat head out of the way, right? Just way beefier. It's like double. The 550 is the 1100 is double what the 550 is. It's still good stuff, but this is rated for way higher. And I just like this when I use it on taut lines. When I use it on ridge lines and whatnot, excuse me, because I don't trip over it. I see it when I got, no matter what beam I have on, I always see it, so I'm not gonna eat shit. But let me get up here, enough yapping. Get up here and run a ridge line real quick. I always like to take my axe off so I don't, just in case I do fall off this thing, I do not want to land on this axe, man. If I did, it would hurt me severely. So I always try to set this guy down while I'm climbing up on stuff that I've rigged. I mean, I'm pretty secure in, you know, what I've rigged, and I know it's up there damn good. I'm a carpenter by trade, so it's not gonna go anywhere, but still that rather be safe than sorry type of shit. Enough yapping, let me get up here. Oh, that was close. Untangle this bugger. Oh, there's a tick on my top, my hammock strap. Bastard. Little fucking bastard. This isn't untangled, man. Cocksucker. That's what I get for not putting this in a hank. Alright, let's get it as close as we can. Let's get it. Where do I want this? In here? That sounds about right. Throwing up the bow one. The old bowling knot. Can't go wrong, man. Don't want to put it up too high. Bowling with a quick release. That's what knot I'm using for this ridge line. Okay. That one's good. Carefully hop down. I don't knock you guys off. Styling. Did I see a message correct earlier, Lisa? Did you say you were going to crash out? Literally right before I signed on? I thought I saw it at the top of my screen. I wasn't reading my messages. I just saw it real quick. Like, I'm gonna, all I saw was I'm gonna, so I was assuming you were gonna say, you know, call it a night. Because it is, I don't even know what time it is. Yeah, I hope everybody's having a fantastic night, man, and thank you for, you know, hanging out and watching me untangle my very messy hank of rope. If I was smart, I kind of grabbed this just in a pinch. I was like, oh yeah, I can use that stuff. I have a self-deploy, ready to go hank of ridgeline. I was just so discombobulated after the dog wasn't coming. I was like, ah. So I'm not gonna blame it on that, but I'm kind of, I like to think of myself as always prepared, but I'm controlled chaos, if that makes any sense. I am absolutely controlled chaos. I don't think it's a bad thing. I think it's kind of a cool thing. Hey, I'll do this so you guys can see what the hell I'm doing. I think it's kind of a cool thing. Because I like living on the edge, like a nut, like a mental case, but it's controlled chaos. it's not like, I'm flying off the deep end. Most of the time I have my shit together, but there are some times that I don't even know who's driving. Let's just say that. So, yep, that's usually how I operate my day. There was just a huge moth zipping up towards my headlamp. I have another one on, don't I? This was my backup because I was hearing weird stuff over my left shoulder, which would be the southeast position. Yeah, southeast, because the sun comes up in the morning right over this side, and it right before I go to bed, the sun sets there. So rises in the east, sets in the west, and then that would be the south, and that would be the north. All right, there we go. Now I can actually show you how to take a proper hank if you care about paracord. So I like to go around my thumb first. Let's do it like this. I like to go around my thumb twice. So one thumb, two thumbs, and go fairly light. And I literally just make crisscrosses. And I promise you, I don't care what paracord you're using, just make sure that this is all tangle free. I don't care if you're using 1100, and don't go super tight. Stay nice and loose. I don't care if you're using 1100, 550, regular paracord with 7 strands, paracord with 5 strands. I do not care what you're using. This is hands-free. Once you deploy this, say once you take the end and wind it and make this nice and tight, when you take it off your hand, this will never, ever, ever, ever tangle. It is an outstanding way, and it's called a hank, H-A-N-K. It's a great way to stow your rope hands-free. But you can see it's neat, it's clean. Once I take it off of my hand, you can do the back side too. I've seen people do this side. I'm doing it so I can show the camera. But alright, that's about enough because I have to go to this other tree and reposition the cam. That's the other tree we're going to. Forever young, I wanna be. So I'm going up and over my front line. Excuse me, my hammock straps. I want to try to go out there. I don't want it too high because then the sides of my top won't be covering that great. See what I'm saying? So right there is about good. Pinch it, run around. This isn't even really on here. It's just I have it there to be goofy. Caught my boot strap. Okay. I can throw this hank over. What I'll do, if I like where that is, I'll pull on it. There we go. Drop it. Come back. Give it like a half hitch with a bite. And that bite down and in while I'm still holding tension. And that's it. Do one more. Just to ensure that that's tight. Say the wind kicks up. The wind's not gonna pick up with my fly in the middle of the night. But I decided to go bug net free. There are no mosquitoes around. There weren't before I even kicked this fire off, so I feel good about having no bug net tonight. And to throw the hank up here, I will just throw it on a loop. I'll loop it on a stem. I'll loop it on an offshoot. See that guy up there? Nice and reflective. Not even on it. There we go. That was tricky. Yikes. Okay, so lovely. Oh, come on, yeah, dude, I hear that. I'm friggin' spent. I am absolutely spent right now. And I was moving a bit slower just because of the simple fact that I started hearing noises and I'm like, dude, I don't like that. I don't like that. It's freaking me out, and I don't get freaked out in the woods ever. Like, never ever. But, yeah, man, I didn't freaking like the noises I was hearing. And they were tromp, 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 just right through the woods. And I'm like, fudge, dude, what is that? Oh, I threw a couple. I threw a couple of these guys, too. I'm blinding myself with that right now. I threw a couple of these guys, too. Just to really scare them off, whatever it may be. A little American flag. Firecrackers. It's probably still 10 or so in there. I only burnt like 3 of them. 2? Maybe 2. But, yeah, man, it freaked me out. I had nothing going. I had just a tiny bit of the fire going. Speaking of fire, we gotta feed that puppy. You gotta feed her. I brought grub out and everything. Like, I made food at the house. That's another reason why I took so long. I made food at the house. And then, because sometimes if I have time in the day, I will make grub out here. But not when I'm coming out and it's already dark. Like, I don't like to do that. So when I do, I was making grub at the house because I also thought I would have the boy. I'd have the pooch, and he's a handful in himself, trying to, you know, keep an eyeball on. I was gonna hook him up between 2 trees, set him on a run, and just let him zip back and forth. He would have an absolute blast out here. But like I said, I made supper at home because I knew it'd be a lot quicker to do that and then set up out here. And then I'm setting up and I start hearing stuff like big trumps. And I'm like, come on, man, come on, dude. I don't want to deal with that nonsense. I really don't. So I will briefly do show you how I daisy chained this. So this is stretching my arms all the way out. That's how I measure 6 feet. I'm 6 feet tall. So I'll go fingertip to fingertip. I know it's smoky, but that to right there is 6 feet. Look at this dude on my face. He's freaking huge. Oh, he just landed on the side of my face. God damn it. Just heard a big smash out there. I don't think that was anything or anybody, but alright, so that's 6 feet. I don't think it was anything, I think it was somebody. That's 6 feet, and then to here. So from the center of my chest all the way out to my fingertips is 3 feet. That's 3 feet. Hopefully you can see it. To the center of my chest. So if I was to go another 3 feet, that'd be 6, yeah? So this is 6, that's 9 feet right here. Exactly 9 feet. I'm going to show you how I turned it into a nice, sweet, little super helpful daisy chain, man. These are like the best. So you take it, you flip it over, you feed it over on itself. I know it's a little tricky. I'm going to do a whole bunch of them. So, and then you feed it again. So ready? You take the loop, you flip it over on itself, pull that out. When you pull that out, you want to pull super easy. So we got it again. See the chain forming? So we'll just literally, boop. This is how we, back in the day, stowed our rope. Cable you can't because it has metal in the middle, right? But rope, extension cords, I learned this when I was, I think, 10. This program called Outward Bound, which was absolutely outstanding. It was like to prep ROTC kids for the military. You do it when you're like, I think it's like 9 or 10 through 17, maybe legal 18, I'm not sure. But that's what it looks like. It actually looks, you know, kind of cool, like you're meant to do some cool knot, but as soon as it gets big, you just pull the slack back out. But we'll turn this 9 feet into literally hang tight. It makes this, if you're not turning it into a hank, where you're doing, you know, your thumb and your pinky, you're turning 9 feet of rope. That's why I was just putting this away. Into, I think it comes out to like 18 inches. It's just amazing. It's amazing how much your daisy chain. So yeah, that's about 20 inches. It might even be 2 feet. So this is 9 feet of rope. No guts in it. I pulled the guts out. So it's just the rope, the 550 liner. But it's all daisy chain, and you can literally turn 9 feet of rope into, say, 20 inches, 24 inches. I'm not sure exactly what it is, but there's a little 6-footer in here also. That is a trip because it's that big. That's 6 feet of rope. Isn't that something? It's like 13 inches, man. What a trip. I just always got a kick on how much you reduce the footprint of the size of the rope just by daisy chaining it. I always thought that was the nuts. So you can see the 6s, you can see the 9s. These are all pretty much plumb at the top. I'll square it up. And I just take it, give it a fold. Another fold for the 2 extra long ones. So there's 2 6-footers and 2, there's 3 6-footers and 3 9-footers in here. But here's the last one I had to re-daisy chain because I thought I could use, I brought that out, I thought I could use this for the ridge line I just put up that I'm going to put my fly over. And come to find out, it wouldn't reach. It only reached about half of the hammock. So I'm guessing it's about an 18-foot run in between tree to tree. But yeah, man, totally cool. Let's see what you guys are saying. Very neat, very neat. Hey, Sturge, how the hell are you, man? I think this is the first time you've ever popped into one of my lives, bro. Freaking great to see you, dude. I'm just out here goofing out, man. Got the hammock up, talking to my friend Lisa about how I got spooked when I first came out here, because I don't know what was crashing through the woods, man, but something was like seriously crashing through the woods, and I'm like, dude, it sounded like a bull moose. I was like, son of a bitch. But it's funny, because, you know, for anybody that's not following, please follow Daniel Sturge. My brother from Canada, and he was a backyard barbarian. Now he just has relocated back to Newfoundland, and you know, doing his own thing. But he had a fantastic channel. Back with Barbarian was absolutely a fantastic channel. And now that he went, you know, incognito mode, just his government, he's a military man, so also I understood why he did that. But his channel's just as good, and it's actually, you know, more tuned in now that he's doing the whole family thing. Dude, I miss the cabin. I really do miss the cabin, Sturge. Great dude. Please go follow him, Daniel Sturge. Or at least, if you don't want to follow him, at least check his channel out. It might not be for you. It may not be for you. What the hell are you doing here if I'm not for you? But please go give him just a peek, dude. Some of the most insane, beautiful scenery, like Viking style, Lanson Meadows. Like he's up in that neck of the woods. Dude's, I can't say enough good things about my buddy Sturge. He's an outdoorsman. He's a military man. Excuse me, I get a ham hock in. He's a military man. He's a Viking who sleeps in logs this big around in the wintertime. Like, dude packs a savage axe. Like your man. Just a all-around great guy. Awesome family man. And puts out a phenomenal channel with some really great stuff. From rabbits, hunting, rabbits to bears, to, what else, Sturge? Pheasants, all kinds of cool stuff. But yeah, man, Absolutely phenomenal dude. Great, great, great freaking dude. So enough of me blowing his ego up. Let me get back to showing you guys this little daisy chain here, man. It's super easy, and you can literally turn. What I say, this was 9 feet of rope. When you get close to the end here, you just kind of want to keep you not small, and then just keep going back on your standing end. So this would be, excuse me, your working end. This would be your standing end. This is the end that, you know, is standing. It's, for me, it would be fixed, right? With the rigger's belt, it would be fixed with a carabiner to my anchor point. This would be your standing end. This is your working end. So this is the end you're working. This would be the end like you're making a bite in, which I'm actually just doing over and over and over. But, yep, when you get close to the end, super simple. Just tie it off. But the beautiful thing about these, and I showed you, Lisa, earlier, hopefully you saw her, is you just literally pull, man. You pull, and boop, it's a super quick deploy. So daisy chain and everything is just something that's, for me, is invaluable. If I'm not putting it on a hank, like I did, wind it between my thumb and my pinky, then I daisy chain all my stuff. I actually haven't daisy chained bank line yet. I don't know how it would work, considering it's tied, you know, and it would be kind of tough because it's like, it's matted, super sticky. But I do know that the braided, excuse me, to the twisted, does different things. So it all depends, man. But yeah, so when I get to the end, just right here, and then I'll feed, not frame, sorry. I'll feed this through so it doesn't accidentally get hooked on something or come out. And then it's kind of locked, but I know all I have to do is take that one knot out and pull it. And so it's about, let's say it's close to 24 inches. It's extremely close. Let me see if that's about a foot. Yeah, it's roughly about a foot. So yeah, 9 feet into 22, 24 inches. You can't go wrong with daisy chain and 550, man. 550, 1100, extension cords, you know work cords for, power, electrical cords at work, extension cords, the whole nine. I absolutely use it for everything and anything. Climbing rope, just a ton of different applications, man. It's a fantastic way to get it in, dude. So, all right, let me throw this guy over. Now that we got the rig line up, I want to throw my fly over. Hopefully that's in frame. It's going to be a little high because I'm going to throw it up and over this guy right now. Hopefully that's in frame. Is it? I don't know. I can't see myself. There we go. It's kind of sort of in frame. Here, I'll do this, and then I'll have a working one and then the one around my neck. So I'm visible. There we go. Now you're thinking, Murph. So, I'll tell you. Since I started talking, and I was only like talking to talk to try to scare away whatever was out there. Since I started flapping my gums, I'm talking in between. Oh no, my data's running out. I've been talking in between listening too. And I'm not hearing the rustling through the bushes anymore, so I know it wasn't in my head, but maybe me talking has scared away whatever's out there, so that's fantastic. I really don't want to deploy the safe and clear. I don't want to deploy the flare in the freaking woods. The canopy is so thick here, and I really, really, really don't want to bust out the bear spray, man. It's a great fogger, and it shoots like dead on 30 feet, but really, really, really don't want to use this. I don't want to harm animals unless I'm threatened. To me, this guy, it's kind of cool. It fits the more Bushcraft black perfectly. It actually has I put the stock sheath inside, and I rigged it that you can reuse the swivel that they gave you. And I have it stowed in the backpack right now, but it fits a 1/2 inch by whatever. I do 1/2 by 6 barrel rod. So it's kind of cool. I didn't do anything super fancy with it, just a little bit of rope. But man, it's sturdy that I have the other holster in there, the other sheath in there for the Bushcraft Black. It works the nuts. And I like the color. The color goes well. It fits my axe theme with the ash. The Yggdrasil. Very cool. Alright, that's not bad. No, it's not. I'm lying. Put a clove hitch back here. Just on a little branch that was sticking out. What I was saying earlier is I didn't want to make the ridgeline too high because I anchored one of these corners. Hang on. I didn't want to make the ridgeline too high. That way, if it did rain, would have felt like, you know, we're in New England, so it's wacky weather around here, but if it did rain, sometimes it blows sideways with wind, man, so it would have came in. I still want decent coverage over the side of my hammock. Let's get this guy up. Finally. Do more talking than anything, don't I? So these are neat. I tied, let me see, yeah, I tied Prussics, or I tied just maybe 3 or 4 inch piece of bank line, and I work it with a Prussic on the ridge line to pull it tight that way. Kind of a neat idea. I saw somebody else do it. I think the dude Dave. Hi, everybody. Really Big Monkey 1. He's awesome, dude. I freaking love that dude. Him and his son, Nick. Hey-o. Great dude. Dude makes some really rad stuff. And I like his style because I shouldn't say recently, I got into sewing by hand out of complete necessity. And a lot of it is, you know, with leather work and whatnot. I don't have a sewing machine, but I do have one of those, I forgot what they're called, but they're like a punch specifically for fat leather. This is a huge scab. Is that what they call it? No. Trying to think of the name of that. Welt. It's a huge welt. You can see just how damn thick that is. It's probably 1/2 inch. I know from the line of my finger here to the end of my fingers, both of my pointers, are exactly 1 inch. I'm a carpenter. Ask me how I know. Anyway, I used that, I think it's like a power punch or something like that. It's an old school leather tool that old dudes used to use. But I started doing that when I had to punch through big welts like this. And just out of necessity, at any rate, Really Big Monkey 1, Dave, makes these wicked cool kick-ass haversacks. And he takes like tops and he'll butt them up next to one another, and he'll run like waterproof fabric down it. Like, the dude makes some out of sight shit. He makes some very, very, very cool stuff. And it's like, a lot of the stuff he makes is so, oh man, why didn't I think of that type of stuff, you know? But it's like wicked handy in the bushcraft world, and I just, man, he has one hell of a cool channel. I absolutely love his creativity. That's what I meant to say. I respect and I really dig his creativity. The guy is just, he's on another level, man. And then, like I said, he's in his basement. He has this whole workshop in his basement where he like taught himself how to sew tops and sew clothing and sew camo, like M81. This is OCP, but the old M81, like the old GI, dude's just up. He's on another level, man. That's all I can say. The dude makes some out of sight shit. I aspire. I don't envy, because you never want to be envious of somebody, but I aspire to be on his level someday. But good, you guys are talking. I got some beer bangers and some air bomb fireworks. Yeah, beer bangers is something that I definitely would invest in. I also had these guys too. Goofy little firecrackers, man. I busted out a couple of loose dudes too. I think I shot like 2 or 3 of them. Not shot, I ignited 2 or 3 of them just in that general direction for the simple fact that hopefully it would scare them away. And after I popped it, I heard nothing charge away. Normally you'll hear them peel off. I was like, shit, dude. So that's why I've been, peering over here periodically, every, once in a great, because second to last time I was out here, I'm pretty sure it was a herd of deer, but I saw bing, 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 like 6, 7, 8 sets of eyes just pop up and do one of this. But the height I got, they were only about 30 yards out, but maybe 20, 18, 20 yards, 25 yards. Anyway, the height I got from them, I was honestly thinking it was deer, just in the grouping they were into. They were, out foraging. Tea-berries are big right now. I grabbed a whole handful on the way in. I was like, oh, I forgot early October is when they start to come in. Freaking love tea-berries. I mean, I grew up on those things. Alright, so I want to do this where it splits the difference. So it's not going to cover my full feet or my full head, but as long as I'm close and this is even Steven riding on that grommet, I'm good to go. I'm a happy camper. I could actually probably, is that a word? Actually, probably? Am I adding too many adjectives? I think I am. I could probably run that guy through. No, I think I'm making things more complicated than I need to. What I did last time is just grab like a walking stick, notched it, just put a little pie in it, and then turned around and, put like a clove hitch, and then did one of these to prop them out. I may have to do the same, I'm not sure. I've been trying to finagle what I can do. What you guys is resting on right now is my, I have a cross member. Let's do this real quick. Flip the cam. I have a cross member between, there we go. So there's a really nice crook here. I have this rock. This is the rock I came in with. What a disgusting mess. But there's a nice crook in the tree, right? I jammed this guy in. It's a beautiful chunk of oak. I jammed this guy in, I don't know, sometime last year, and then did a horrible job. I'm actually embarrassed on that, but it's up and I really could care less what it looks like. But this is what I have to scale and step on when I go up and tie my hammock strap and then my ridge line. But yeah, man, it works, right? If it ain't broke, don't fix it type of thing. So these haven't been biting into the tree, which is something I've been peeking on, because I don't, I use hammock straps for a reason. I don't want to abuse these trees. This area is absolutely gorgeous. But this is where I'm hearing, this is a great big moss rock. This is where I've been hearing the noises from. And in the summertime, this is usually all marshy. And I literally will take my cans or bottles, whatever, and I'll stick them in there to keep them nice and cold. It's like nature's refrigerator, but dude, it's, yeah, I haven't heard anything, but it's that direction. It's like my southeast. But, a couple crashes, and then I almost heard like something was pacing me. So I was sitting there cutting the end of this gorgeous oak. Lisa, you know this oak. You know that oak, darling. I've brought chunks of this back. But I was cutting up, and it's funny because you look at it and you wouldn't think nothing of it, right? But I'm cutting up a couple chunks of this beautiful oak, and as I'm cutting it, I'm hearing something doing one of these. I was like, no, dude, please, please. And then I'd stop and he'd stop. I'm like, oh, this little fucker's stalking me, man. And I was wondering what it was, and you know, now it's all gravy, but yeah, it had me shook for a minute. I'll be dead honest. I was shook just by the way it barged through the woods. It came just smash, crash, booming through the woods, and I'm like, God damn it. I do, yeah. I do rather than I do a hammock camp a lot. I do oppose to say tent camping. I don't know. I feel comfortable being up off the ground. It's just it's kind of my thing. It's I like it. It's a patrol bag, by the way. I like it. I like being up off the ground. You know, if I can choose, and I guess it's glamping. I guess it's really not roughing it, right? But it is the legit, and I have the whole set. I have the call this a patrol bag. The black one is the cold weather. I also call it the intermediate bag. And I have the heavy cover, which is M81 waterproof. Yeah, man, this is a real deal. I was super blessed and super psyched to get this. Plus, like, can't go wrong with the ripstop, right? Like, just ripstop is the shit. And this is Marine Corps too, as you can see. I love the brown, the Marine Corps Coyote on the inside, Marine Corps brown, with the woody mop pad on the outside. Yeah, man, I feel comfortable being up off the ground. I've done it a whole bunch since I was a kid, and if I have a choice, it's kind of like when people ask me if I still roof houses. I'm like, no, man, I'm a finished carpenter. Like, kind of a snob, you know what I mean? But you know, if I had to go roof, you know, and there was no finished work around, of course I would. But you know, we just kind of get in that niche if we need to. But yeah, I'm a bit spoiled. I like my hammock camping, dude. I brought out the woolly. Definitely needed the woolly. You know what time it is with that, Sturge? There's another Beantown. I got Beantown Bushcraft and just Beantown. This was the OG. This was the nice original one I went with. Recently got a sustainment pouch. The assault pack I got about 3 days after I got the assault pouch. I got about 3 days after I got the assault pack. Oh, you'll like this guy. Check this guy out. This guy's all handmade. I had my tripod in this. I brought my tripod out with this, but I got this guy from what, like Joann's Fabric or something? Yeah, Joann's Fabric. This I believe from Hobby Lobby. It's just a strip of suede. It's like a 24 by 48. This is Walmart, just knockoff ribbing, whatever it is. But did that guy. All right, Lisa, have a great night. Thank you for joining, darling. I know you stayed up later than you wanted to. I appreciate you so much. And I'll catch you on the flip side. Thank you and have a wonderful night. I took these guys from Joan Lawis Markinson, which you probably are familiar with. He does a lot of the old Ernest style and Broa style of the Viking stuff. A lot of Norse history. This was just trim. Also, once again, from Walmart. I just got it in like a 28-something inch roll. But anyways, I took this wool, and what the hell is that on my... It's like iodine. I took the wool, you know, cut it to spec, and then I sewed in some really kick-ass, and you tell the inside's a bit grimy, that I use it to like clean my blades and stuff. But I made, and this is nice and thick stuff too. I used it as a cool Viking hood, man. So I'm psyched. I have nowhere near like done decorating it, but I am absolutely just so psyched, so stoked how it came out, dude. It looks the nuts with my Viking gob and everything I've made. I'm showing you the flip side real quick. It doesn't have any crazy decorative stuff, just that one, I think it's 18-inch square, nice piece of, it's like 1/8-inch suede, man. It's pretty heavy. And then I did the cuffs in leather also, and just wrapped them so it would feel nice. Once again, the ribbing, and I made a seam there. I cut it just a little bit too short. I cut it to here, right? And then I had to add like a, I don't know, like 4-inch section. But seems pretty good for all hand stitched, man, if I do say so myself, not being a tailor by trade. But yeah, man, I completely dig this stuff. Like I enjoy. I don't know if it sounds weird or whatever, but like I don't even care, man. I enjoy making hand processed, you know, like our ancestors used to do freaking 100 years ago. Like there was no stores like that around, man. If they wanted something, they'd make it themselves. So yeah, man, it's kind of neat. But I'm a fan of that Viking hood, dude. It is it's pretty freaking cool. I every chance I get to think I can add something new onto it, I try to, you know, think how it's gonna fit, and you know, so I made a whole outfit, a tunic, proper linen tunic, that same like peach tan wool, which is I think it's like a 80-20 blend. I made a full tunic, so I did the linen under tunic, regular tunic, linen pants that I dyed red, Winnegas, the leggings. I cut like 4.5, 5-inch pieces, and I think it's like 90 inches. It's a crazy amount. It's funny, you wouldn't think just going from the top of your foot to right below your knee takes up that much room, but it does. It was like 80, 78, 80, 90 inches, something like that. Just crazy. But yeah, man, I made a whole outfit. I believe I have it posted on one of these, Beantown _Bushcraft or Beantown Bushcraft. No, you're not on Insta anymore, but summon you're in a Viking. Oh, by the way, I just opened up a Summon You're in a Viking on YouTube too, so please go pop over, Daniel, if you have it, Sturge, if you got a second, man. I totally appreciate it. I want to get monetized, dude. I really do. I want to reach out. I want to do like super chats and all that wicked cool fun stuff. Beantown, I'm up to like I think 182, and man, I feel like I have had to grind for it. I really do. But I wanted to start Summon. Considering if anybody looks up Summon on Insta, you'll find me. Summon You're in a Viking, one word. So I'm like, why don't I fire up a YouTube channel too with it? Just an idea. So I pulled the trigger on it. All right, I really think I need to do. I want to keep it far enough away from the flames that I don't catch any holes in this guy. But I think I'm just putting them up just for a precautionary sake. I think I can get away with putting it on this cross beam that I showed you guys earlier. So I still have to do 3 poles that I gotta put in the ground. Son of a gun. What did I call what again? Are you talking to Lisa or me? Oh, Lisa's gone. What did I call what? My tunic? The hood, the Viking hood? Your voices. I hear dead people. The channel. Oh, it's Summon You're in a Viking. One word on Insta. Excuse me, on YouTube. So I got 2 YouTube channels now. It's actually funny. I got like 4, but the other 2 I started back in like 2009. They have like 10 subscribers on it. I just can't bring myself to erase them because one of my first subscribers on, it's Murphfee. It's Murphy. I did a whole vaping thing. And lo and behold, I'm actually still vaping to this day. Still haven't gotten rid of it. But I can't bring myself to erase the channel because my cousin was the very first person that subbed to me, and he left a comment in it, and he's no longer with us anymore, so I can't bring myself to erase that Murphy channel. But yeah, it's Summon You're in a Viking. You'll see it. It's an orange sigil with a binder in the middle. It's very cool. I don't remember where I got the idea from, but I got to get these poles ready. Yeah, I knew I had one of these guys notched prior. I put a little pie notch in there. That's all I did, just put a pie notch in. So this one's good. I'm putting it on the cross member. I think I'll do this one so I don't trip over it getting out of the rack on him. I gotta see roughly an idea how far out I can put it. Let's see. I think I can go about here. Yeah, that works. All right. Oh, there's a big rock right there. There's a huge stone right there. I feel like I gotta dig a hole for it first. Son of a gun. Maybe I want to sharpen up the end too. The end's like trying to hammer with a dead blow. How's everything on your end, Sturge, man? Good? Family good? Thank you, brother. I appreciate that. Everything good? I just watched your vid about the 3 bears you tanned in the garage. Dude, those were awesome. Oh, that was like so much fun. I watched it like 2 or 3 times. I got such a kick out of it. That one monster. Oh, he's a monster. And I saw you being very meticulous with getting his cheeks out and getting his nose. I'm like that too. I do it with smaller stuff though. Possums, chipmunks that happen to wind up in a trap. I don't specifically trap for chipmunks, but we do have rodents, so setting up traps, it's unfortunately a casualty of war. But yeah, a lot of squirrels, roadkill, possum. I haven't got a coon yet. I'm dying to get a coon. I want to do the whole Daniel Boone hat thing with a coon, man. But I got some good squirrels, meticulously all around, still keeping their eyelashes. It's a project. It's really a project. You got to have a good knife. A very nice small. I have a Necker. I think it's a CRKT, whatever it is. CRKT. I call it cricket because that's what it looks like. But it's a little green CRKT, maybe a 2-inch long, just awesome little skinning knife. Thing's beautiful. Let's see if I can bypass this rock, man. That's probably why I haven't buried anything here before. Freaking giant granite stone in my way. There we go. That's some soft stuff. Son of a gun. I blew out the end. That was dumb of me. Oh, don't move. I have the most broke-ass tripod in the world. But it works, and I can't complain. Some people don't even have that. Good. I'm glad everything's good there, man. Editing is it's a whole nother world, especially with no computer. I edit with no computer, man. Awesome. Yeah, cool. That'll be fun. Google Maps, little pick your own campsite. Very cool. That would be fun too if it's, special, if it has a, special connotation to it. Like you said, something you'd find on Google Maps that, something would show a view of a lake or this or that. Have you ever seen that fellow? He's up your way. He's a Canadian dude. What is it? Steve Wallace, Camping with Steve, and his crazy neighbor. He does some really crazy stealth camping stuff. Man. Oh, I know what I want to do to this. I gotta crown this thing off. The top kind of had a blowout. That's what I wanted to do. Just crown it off a little bit so I prevent the top from blowing out. That should work. I've got to get under this damn chunk of granite. I think that might be it. Oh no. Split it. Suck. It's not what I wanted to do, man. I was kind of rolling the dice with that anyways. So I didn't crown the top of this, which I should have. And I blew that whole chunk out. Oh, well, live and learn. I'll just have to cut another notch. No big deal. Yeah, crazy neighbor, I know. Rest his soul, man. He was such a cool dude. Once I started watching Steve Wallace, I camping with Steve. For anybody that's interested, what me and Sturge are talking about. Man, I literally got hooked on Crazy Neighbor. He was just such a hot ticket. That dude was cooked, but man, was he cool. What a cool dude. He rode Harleys and yeah, he was just a cool cat, man. It was sad when he passed on because it was freaking sudden, man. And that's like the worst. And somebody doesn't even know they're knocking on heaven's door, man. Next thing you know, it's a wrap, dude. Just a bummer, an absolute bummer. I'm just gonna cut this guy off flush and make another little notch here. Let's do the old plumber's vice. Wrong knee, Murph. Thank you. And there's some mad wolf spiders out lately. Just saw one hop away from the fire. Oh, that guy's a monster. Bust my ass on that guy later. Let's see if I can get him in frame without stepping on him. Ouch. Look at that wolfie, dude. Hell yeah. He's all gimped out looking, but you can see his eyes right on top. That is one beautiful wolf spider. Let me see if I can get him to move just a bit. Oh, there he goes. Damn, like a lightning bolt. Off you go. There was a little hole under there, so must have been. Oh, there he is. Must have been where he was. I thought that was his house, but man, what a beautiful little dude. He's jet black. Freaking very cool. Yeah, I love wolf spiders. They eat pests, so if they're ever around your house, don't kill them. They eat moths. They eat the cellar spiders. What else do they eat? Just about everything that's a damn nuisance. Those guys are, flies. They're notorious for eating flies, man. Yeah, those guys are the nuts. I do not disrespect spiders, period, but especially wolfies. They are just invaluable for insect deterrent, lack of a better term. Those guys are just awesome. Plus, they look damn cool. They're pretty hardcore looking. Finally crowning this one off properly, so I know Sturge knows what it is, but what I'm essentially doing here is just cutting about maybe a 1/4 inch, 1/2 inch down, so when I smack this guy with the back of my axe, it doesn't blow out the wood and splinter it. So just do a little crown all the way around, and it should not, when you strike this with your hammer face or axe face, whatever you're using, it doesn't blow it out. Let's try that again. That should work. A bit better, man, trying to get under this granite. It's a bit challenging. Maybe even try to find a better place. Okay. Oh, look at that. Push it right in the ground. That's what I'm talking about, man. Freaking A. Alright, I didn't notch it before, so I'll have to do it now, which is no big deal. And that will work. It's not an ideal spot, but it will work. The thing I love about these morars is if you got a good sharp one, man, you can just rock it. Especially into pine. You don't even have to, try to chip it out. You can just rock it. With that Scandi grind, they're exceptional blades. I love Mora, man. I really do. Awesome, possum. All right. I'm going to have to throw a little slack on that, but maybe I'll do a taut line with it. That should work. Question, Daniel. Well, let me answer you first. Yep, super sad, man. Wicked sad. Question. Do you know anything about heli knives? Because I'm interested in investing in one. Because if one, they made in Norway, which, stuff made in Sweden, Denmark, and Norway is just top shelf. Excuse me. And they're extremely popular with people in our field. So I was just curious to know if maybe you have one. Maybe you know about them. Maybe you know somebody that has one and they rave about it or they hate it. I was just throwing it out there because I'm intrigued by them. They're really beautiful knives. And I like supporting, when I have the dough, but I like supporting good companies. And they're not like massive like Mora, even though I like Mora because they're Swedish. And they're Scandi grind. But yeah, I really like the heli knives. Very, very cool. What are we at? 1:14. Hour and 14 minutes. So I made grub at the house. I made some rice. Did I do black beans? No black beans. I did rice. I did some flour tortillas. I did rice, onions, garlic, chopped up some jack links in there. Like the square jerky, not the round Slim Jims. And I brought a little half a steak that I don't even know if I'm gonna eat, man. I have no idea. I don't even honestly think I am. After I bang out another 3 tent pegs and then attach this one to here. I've been up since like 4, so I'm probably gonna call it after I do this guy. Save that for breakfast because I grabbed some coffee and coffee filters. I'm absolutely stoked about that, man. I really think about coffee when I head out to the woods. I'm freaking wicked stoked about that, though. Cold steel spike knife. Cool, you like it? Field dressing, yeah, see? Are you issued K-bars? Do you guys get K-bars up there? Butcher knives and semi-forged. Oh, that's right. I forgot you forge knives, too. Man of many talents. That's right, because I remember when you put your burner together, not your burner, that sounds stupid, your forge together, and you had like a triple burner system. I think you had it set up in the garage at the other place, when you were still up the other place. That burn barrel was the nuts. That burn barrel you had in the yard, I used to just laugh once I just dropped something, now I can't, there it is. I used to laugh when you burned stuff in that barrel. Like, I think you used to make charcoal. I watched a bunch of those videos and learned how to make homemade charcoal with that damn burn barrel you have in the yard. Awesome stuff. I thought that was great. Like, dude, that's quintessential Canadian bushcraft, Canadian ingenuity. Like, I just thought that was nuts. I gotta go collect a little bit more wood. Running out of light here, man. I'd rather not depend on my damn headlamps. This next thing I know, I needed it. Say frickin' 3 in the morning. And if I don't have it, I'm in trouble. I brought 3, that's a plus, but and they're all nice and rechargeable. I use the good ones. That's one thing I don't cut corners with, is my headlamps. I use, what the hell do I use? Just had them out, black diamond. They're called Storm R, like R as in Roger. Everybody always makes fun of how, non-New Englanders say R, the letter R. R as in Romeo. Good. Yeah, I want to go cut another couple chunks of this beautiful oak over here. I think this is pine. These guys are not wonderful, but decent looking. They have potential for some nice green. Good green structures in there. There's not a bunch of voids or checks. There's a couple little just discolorations, but wait till I cut a chunk of this oak, man. Beautiful, absolutely beautiful. Yeah, I'm gonna let you guys enjoy the fire and just saw away. There we go. I'd like to cut more than one. check out the grain of this guy, man. Look at that. Dude, those gold lines you see are literal gold hues. Once I take, say, 800, 1500, 2 grand to this, like, once it's damn near like its finished product, whatever I may be making, most of them like Muehlners, like what I have around my neck. I make these Muehlners. I think this one has what? Thorisaz on it? Yeah. Made a couple in a ring for Lisa, but this is literally where I harvested it, man. So here's a flip side without me wetting it. It's not really beautiful. You really get the full effect once you see the grain wet. But boy, this it's funny, it's just from the woods, man. It's probably been sitting out here, and you can see the sides look pithy. They're not. This stuff takes freaking eons to cut. I'm lucky this was as quick as it was, but normally it takes probably a solid half hour just to saw through this stuff. But yeah, those gold striations, man, oh, they are the nuts when you buff them up. Just beautiful. The way the light hits it, insane. So that's why I got probably about 8 feet now. No, it's still about a 10-footer. I had like a 16-footer of that stuff, and I have been wanting to burn it, but I kind of have no choice now because all the deadfall around here is picked up by me. And while I'm out here, I do not like cutting trees down if I don't have to. I'd rather find deadfall, but everything's soaked, man. It's been raining like the past 3 days, so unfortunately I have to get to this because it's just going to burn for ages. I didn't do anything massive. I was trying to quarter them. All he could do was, I started this way. Had a knot here. So I did this side, and I finally, this really doesn't do any justice, but I mean, you can see the reddish structure down here. Like that would be there's some pith stuff in the middle of the heartwood, but man, that would be some really fantastic stuff. This stuff has been out here as long as I can remember. I'm going on 3 years of being at this spot, and this oak has been here since. But I mean, who knows how long it's been. It was down, you know, before I got here. But talk about seasoned wood, man. This oak is just top shelf for burning, you know, making craft work and, you know, woodworking projects. This red oak, man, nothing beats it. New England red oak, absolutely freaking stellar. Doesn't look impressive now, but I'll look at my channel real quick. All right, let's see who jumped on. Somebody jumped on. Oh, he jumped off. Jumped on and jumped off. All right, man. Hey, thank you for stopping by as long as you did, Sturge. I appreciate the hell out of you, man. And, you know, feel free whenever you, I know you're not on Insta, but whenever you see me on here, feel free to jump in, man. I appreciate, you know, your feedback and everything you got to say. You're a good dude. And, you know, highest regards in my book, man. So, honor and respect. Thank you, Sturge. Hopefully have a great night, great rest of your week. And, you know, send the family my love, man. Thank you much. I think I might be able to cut this stream off soon. I don't know how long these last for, but I've been going an hour and 26 minutes. So I think it's pretty close to that time. I got like 2 more spikes and that's it. Same size. I'll point this one because it's hollowed out. I gotta cut some more oak. I don't want to run out of firewood. That would be an absolute drag. Knowing I'm in the woods in New England with critters, and they want nothing more than to use their night vision and come and get me because I didn't bring my nods out. Why don't you, Sturge? Appreciate you, man. Alright, so I guess we can try to round this guy off as best as we can. Crown it, so to speak. So I can hammer this guy into the rocky granite saturated ground we got here. Oh, that oak smells lovely. It's been sitting on the ground here for at least 3 or 4 years. Who knows how long before I stumbled upon this place. It smells like Mom's old wood stove. Outstanding. Sancha. That guy work on the bottom ones. Hoist. Get those guys where they gotta be. I don't think I want a bow line on here. I think I want a top line. Wonderful thing about bow lines, they're so easy to remove the knot. I forgot I got ready to put my teeth to it. Not necessary, dude. Not necessary. You just flip the loop. Perfect. And that should be the ticket. That one. We'll start off easy. The simple fact that I'm probably going to wind up adjusting this one anyways. That's not a taut line, Murph. What are you doing, dude? To the inside. It's tough with 1100. Just with a running line. Nope. Running end. Standing end. Sir. Ticket. That is top line hitch. Alright, so we'll just go loose for now. That helped up. Break something. Alright, let's plug it in. See how far out I can go with this one. Look at that freaking red oak, man. That's some beautiful freaking wood right there, dude. Ah, it's split. Lovely. Look at that gorgeous red oak, man. May not look like much here, but oh, we got a worm. That little dude trying to go bury himself back inside of the. I got you, fucker. Bury himself back inside of the oak. I make jewelry out of this, literally. The red oak I harvest from the woods. It is freaking tastic, man. But right now, I'm running out of firewood, so it's taking precedent as a priority. Do what you gotta do, right? Priorities. That's not smothered. I feel like that could be smothering it. Let me just eyeball it for 15 minutes. Smothering it. Especially considering since it's oak. Oak is one of the hardest woods out there. But the way I have it staggered is you want plenty of air, and that has facets of, you know, a bunch of different air pockets going in there. That actually looked better with the lights off. How about red? Do red. Do red. But yeah, I'm worried in here that there's not enough air coming out. So we got some really bitchin' freaking coals. But I want to make sure that this guy's getting air. Last thing you want is to stifle those pieces. They're kind of messing me up. That one overlaid on top of that one. You don't want to stifle a fire. Stifle it, Edith. Yeah, you don't want to stifle it. You want to let it breathe, man. It's just like taking a candle and putting a cover on it. What happens? No flame. Fire needs oxygen. It seems like it's going up, and that split in the middle of that one really helps. The top one. Oh yeah. Sweet. I'll probably cut this live very, very soon. I'm not even hungry though. I brought a whole supper out here. Rice, tortillas, a little bit of protein. Not even hungry, man. I had coffee this morning and 2 Maria's cookies. That's crazy. I'm not hungry. Should be famished. Yo. Enjoying a little red pond fire I got going. I hope. Just hanging my hammock over here earlier. Got a Marine Corps fly over the top. I have what? A patrol bag. Let's see. I got a patrol bag in the MSS system. Oops. Wrong view. Modular sleep system patrol bag, which is outstanding because it's all ripstop. It's funny, this whole thing tucks up inside of here once you're ready, which is neat. But I use the strap so it doesn't cut into the tree. Just take this guy, I've had him staked out. I just literally got the stakes in the ground, so what I'm trying to do is stretch this fella out and give myself a rain fly so I have some sort of a fly tonight, just in case. You never know, it's New England. Saying here is, if you don't like the weather, wait a minute, because it will change. So what I'm going to do is, you guys are just resting on this. So I'm going to harness this guy around here rather than drilling a peg like I did with that one. I kind of pegged it into the ground because I used that and then tied it to a branch there, and it was just funny. It wasn't, the fly wasn't out enough, so I'm going to get this guy nice and taut like so the rain just runs off. Hopefully not into my fire, because that would be bad. You're supposed to be one full step away. And when I say one full step, that's where my hammock is. That's roughly one full step, which is a yard, aka 3 feet. So that oak is just burning beautifully. Absolutely beautifully. This is some old stuff I've had sitting here for a minute. Friggin' dig it, man. Dig that oak. That red oak burns so nice, evenly. Great heat distribution, and it burns for hours. I had the camera on here earlier, out in this direction, because I heard something tromping through the woods, and I was like, what in the fuck is that, dude? It was a bit sketch, needless to say. And it came right through that direction, right there. But this is usually all water. Needless to say, there's no water there right now. So I'm protected. I picked this site for a specific reason. It's because this avenue, I can see everybody coming in. This avenue, there's a huge berm here. This avenue, now that there is no water, I am completely unprotected and I'm not liking it. So this is what I was talking about. Sending the stakes in. I bash these stakes into the ground. Boom, boom. Just to give me that tension of this guy sitting out a bit better. So I have one more to do. It's not late. It's only like 11:15. No, 11:45. 11:47 here in the east. But yeah, I gotta cut some more of that beautiful red oak before whatever's out there wants to run in on me. Which that red oak is fantastic. Check out this center grain, right? Look at the middle of the screen. Well, look at the middle of the wood, rather. There's a beautiful, perfect circle. And you can see the gold flecks coming out of it, almost like rays. This stuff, when it's high polished, looks amazing. I brought chunks of this home. I make jewelry and stuff. Muelners. Stuff like this guy around my neck. I believe that's red oak. It's a chunk of red oak. Yeah, it is, because you can see the gold flecks in this side. See how the gold hits it? Absolutely dope. But I make that fun shit out of literal, people would think, just scrap wood that you find. But that's just a hunk of shitty pine. But this oak has been on the ground here at least 3 years that I know of. And it's fantastic, dude. So if you haven't liked and shared, subscribe to Beantown. I'm also on Insta, Beantown_Bushcraft. Someone you're in a Viking on IG. I just living the life, man. I'm in the woods enjoying what I do. Sucker free. Continue working on that window. I have to get that fly up. Just taking a quick break. Excuse me, I know that's gross. has to be the best part about sitting in a hammock. Weightless. A yard, 3 feet from a fire. Just enjoying life, man. No one bites the dust. Night weirdos. Beantown out, dude.